Hello to anyone who happens to be watching this. Now, I believe this is the first video on this channel, and today I will be covering the entire course of Season 1, Gauntlet New Beginnings. Now, I'll try my best to walk you through this season, but long story short, this season is infamous for having strategy and votes that made little to no sense, and the lack of communication was honestly just painful to witness. This wasn't a problem in Seasons 2 and 3 and 4 and all the other ones, so this one marks itself as the odd one out. But I mean, no one to blame. It was the first time, first time going. So yeah, let's start. So the season first started on October 7th, 2021. In total, there were 9 players who were familiar with the show, aka they played during the Zoom era. For 5 of them, this was their first time. So tribes were divided based on a personality analysis they put in on the application form. In addition, there were no tribes, so the tribes named themselves. The Pink Tribe, consisting of Chelsea, Colin, Gavin, Manny, Jessica, Savannah, and Simon, became known as the Poo Poo Bear Tribe. On the other hand, the Orange Tribe with Ashley, Emily, Erica, Kaylani, Lily, Logan, and Regan became known as the Penis Tribe, suggested by Ashley, and it's quite possibly the best and worst thing ever. Anyways, the first day, Regan and Savannah both found hidden immunity idols, and Poopa Bear lost the first challenge, and Gavin was voted out 3-2-2. And I remember Manny saying something about trying to create an alliance with the boys to vote out Chelsea, which would have given them majority, but Colin and Simon just did not follow through, which strange on Simon's part because he has voted with Manny in the future. So, not much to say on that. The next morning on day 3, Kaylani spontaneously quit the game. Now, to be completely honest, I still have no idea why this happened, and she never provided a reason, but either way, she was out from then on. Poopa Bear lost the following challenge, and Manny thought he had Colin with him to vote for Chelsea, which would have resulted in a 3-3 tie, but ultimately he didn't, and Manny went home by a 4-2 vote. The next challenge was the Greed Challenge. Basically, whoever took Greed would receive individual immunity, but their tribe would have to vote somebody off. Chelsea took Greed after around 6 hours by getting bribed with an idol that would only be good for 1 vote. Not Tribal, she gave her idol to Jessica, which nullified 1 vote that was cast by Simon. Simon thought he and Colin had an unspoken alliance, but this obviously wasn't true as Colin has been working undercover with the girls thus far. However, Colin voted for Simon, but the girls cast their vote against Colin, resulting in his departure. On the 4th day, a fan favorite challenge, the scavenger hunt, occurred for the first ever time. The Penis Tribe lost their first challenge, and at this point, Logan really lost all motivation to play. To be fair, I do not blame him one bit, because even though this tribe was thriving in the challenges, there was just about no communication. Everyone was lost, and Logan got sent home 6-1. Fun fact, Logan actually voted for himself, but Ashley cast a rogue vote against Lily, which resulted in the 6-1, of course. The next day, Ashley, Chelsea, Emily, Erica, Jessica, Lily, Regan, Savannah, and Simon united and became one and were simply known as the Merge Tribe. And here's where things start to get just downright weird when it comes to the voting and strategy. Savannah won first immunity, and Lily was sent home by, get this, a 5-1-1-1-1 vote. Most votes were cast for Lily, of course, but the others were for Emily, Simon, Erica, and Chelsea. Moving on, Emily won the next immunity, and Erica was voted out 5-2-1 as the odd one out socially. She just didn't really connect with anyone, which kind of resulted in her elimination. This was secretly a double tribal, and Emily kept her immunity, and within the next 10 minutes, everyone would have to vote somebody out again. And here, everyone seemed to turn on Regan with the exception of her best friend Jessica. And she played her idol, Regan did, nullifying 5 votes, and this resulted in a tie between Ashley and Simon, which really begs the question why Regan and Jessica just did not vote with one another, especially since they were united, like super close. And on the revote, Simon was sent home 4-1. So it was clear at this point that Jessica, Savannah, and Chelsea have been in an alliance from the beginning, and Jessica also had a really tight pairing with Regan. This time, normal day, Ashley ended up being sent home 5-1. Following this on day 9, Emily won immunity for the third consecutive time in a row. She gave individual immunity to Jessica just for the hell of it, because she really didn't think she needed it. And in the end, Regan went home 4-1. Savannah also played her idol, as this was the last eligible time, but there were no votes cast against her anyway. Emily won immunity at Final Four, and this is the first instance that kicked off Jessica's unlucky run throughout the entire series. The trio was forced to turn on each other, and it was clear that it would result in a tie between Jessica and Chelsea. Jessica and Savannah would vote for Chelsea, and Chelsea and Emily were going to vote for Jessica. However, Savannah was asleep when voting occurred, and she never voted, which resulted in a penalty vote for herself. And because of this, Jessica became the 6th member of the jury by a 2-1 vote. At Final 3, long story short, Emily won final immunity and decided to take Chelsea with her to the Final 2. But this proved to be a fatal mistake for Emily, as Chelsea won by a 5-2 jury vote, becoming the first ever winner. I think I know why this happened too. Although Emily had immunity wins, not to mention she still holds the record for most wins in an entire season, Chelsea had a huge advantage and better gameplay when it came to strategic decisions and, most importantly, her social game. Hell, she literally made it to the end, being outnumbered 6-3 at the merge. She and her girls stuck together while everyone else was pretty much completely lost. The season concluded on October 25th. Overall, this season always kind of flies over my head just because of the bizarre decisions made. To me, as well as all the viewers' perspectives that I've talked to, it seems like Chelsea, Regan, Emily, and even Manny were the only ones who really came to play this season. But of course, that is not to discredit anyone, of course. Everyone contributed heavily to the season in their own way, such as, Jessica's awesome reactions to every vote. What else? Ashley's leadership for her penis tribe. And yeah, it was good overall. Well-rounded. And many of these players have returned to compete in seasons 2 and 3, and even 4, where things were much more elaborate and strategy was more present and things just made a whole lot more sense. Anyways, thanks for watching. I plan on making many more videos, and aside from season analysis, I plan on making videos about players' individuality too. I already have ideas for Season 2 winner Colin, Season 3 winner Maddie, and just strong all-around players such as Elizabeth, Jessica, Delaney, and many others. Anyways, I will see you guys soon.